Pretty self-explanatory. Real Madrid, Barcelona, or should I say Barcelona versus Real Madrid, Copa del Rey, El Clasico, final, heartbreak for me, another heartbreak, but
And then,
let's see what's up.
well, it's all good news to me. And then and this is the second most important cup in Spain, for those who don't know. First La Liga, Copa del Rey. Oh, sure. Why is this thing lagging?
On their big Spanish rivals here.
Does it look good on your end?
Silverware at stake. Barcelona, of course, in their famous colours, and Real Madrid in the traditional all-white.
Let's see. Come on, boys.
Torres, early chance here, maybe.
Dang.
They are so dangerous.
That shot.
This Barcelona side, top scorers.
Gibbs over Raul Asensio. We could have.
This is probably Ferran Torres' most crucial season with Barcelona since he joined.
Even forward to the floor. See how frustrated Rudiger is.
Frankie de Jong.
Somehow he's dangerous now.
His way back into the starting lineup. Kubasi to Koundé. Now Bellingham. Robbed by Frankie de Jong. Important, and Valverde's in the right place to mop up that particular problem. It's Fran Garcia there, but his stance isn't a good one. And Barcelona have the chance to build again. Pedri.
Well, he juked the ref.
He was able to pick it up. Lamine Yamal into the space. Rafinha, Ferran Torres waiting in the middle. Can he find him? There is Torres trying to defect it goalwards, but to no avail in the end.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Barcelona wants the handball. I think it does strike actually Raul Asensio's hands, but it's never going to be.
Hey, what do you think of that
Pause it
handball?
real quick, bro.
Yeah.
They've only been in the final once in the last decade before tonight.
What do you think of that? PK? No
It's very
PK.
unfair, these hands of Raul Asensio to strike his hand, like you said.
I would say no PK because he's sliding and he's not intentionally trying to hit it with his hand. But as of how the rules are today and stuff, anything that hits the hand is apparently a handball.
Yeah.
So if you want to keep it consistent, that's a handball.
I would say for me this is not a PK either, because only for the reason that when you slide, where are you gonna put your hand? Are you gonna just
Exactly.
like break it by sliding it on the grass? But like I said, the refs and I'm just not just speaking in this match, I'm speaking just in general. Like, let's say that would have been a Barcelona player and they would have given a PK to Real Madrid, right? And I'm using it as an example. Then it would have been, or it could have been any other team. Let's say Madrid is playing Sevilla and that hits a Sevilla defender and they mark PK for Madrid. I think that's where everything becomes confusing, but that should never be a PK just because, like, where are you gonna put your hand? And like you said, there's some players who slide and go with their hand like this or go like this. Like, those are PKs. But this one, he just simply slide and he just happened to hit his hand. And so it's not a PK, but like you said, in many other matches, refs would probably mark a PK.
Both.
Neymar?
Into that left foot of his, and that was not a million miles wide.
Oh.
He just needed a touch from somebody.
I have no idea.
Oh, I wish they would have
where Real
replayed
Madrid
that.
are playing in, or how
Oh,
they're
they
playing.
didn't
Look
replay
where Rodrigo's
that?
position is.
Nah. Wait, let me see. I want to see one.
I was about to judge that one.
Into that left foot of his, and that was not a million miles wide. It just needed a touch from somebody.
Well, anyways, I seen a replay of this somewhere else, but for those who didn't watch here, Rudiger could have kicked it out, but he let it go, and therefore he tricked Courtois So if it was a little bit more center, it would have gone in. Great shot by Jamal, but I think Rudiger should have kicked it out or should have just hit it.
And I felt like it was kind of slow too in a way.
Yeah,
Because in the replay you could just see the ball bouncing like
yeah. I mean, even here, like it doesn't look like it's dangerous. Like,
Yamal
look.
into that left foot.
But because I think it's because Rudiger let it go, it tricks Courtois to not dive. But then he's like, oh wait, he let it pass.
and literally that could have went in
Exactly. I mean, look here, it was like
because it barely
millimeters.
wide.
Yeah.
Foot of his, and that was not a million miles wide. It just needed a touch from somebody.
I have no idea where Real Madrid are playing in or how they're playing. Look where Rodrigo's position is. He's supposed to be up front with Vinicius Junior, or so you would think. He's playing like a right back.
Back
Stop
to the
diving, bro.
Premier League in England. Seems a long time ago. Rafinha's ball in and Courtois stretched to the safe by
So
Koundé's
Koundé
header.
warned them in the first half.
Raul Asensio.
Oh, it's
Koundé is standing in front of Raul Asensio.
Jesus, really good covering by Kubasi.
Let me know if it lags.
Here's Lamine Yamal.
good.
And the cut on that left foot. You can't really let him do that. Laid back and Pedri. Oh! It's a brilliant goal. What a strike from Pedri. That is sensational. And Barcelona lead here.
Para Ferran Torres,
Look,
que viene,
I
se
thought it was
anticipa
gonna
y
be
lee
a
la
goal
jugada.
from
Bellingham
Madrid.
engancha y va. Uy, sí pasaba Vini. Sí pasaba Vini. Esto es lo que tiene Bellingham, que en una jugada
Oh yeah, this one.
es maravilloso, te puede cambiar un partido. Acá está Yamal, otra de las figuras. Encara Yamal, va por
What a
adentro,
tackle
va por
from
afuera. A
Kubarsi.
ver con quién se anima el toque. Pedri, el remate, golazo, golazo. ¡Gol! ¡Golazo del Barcelona!
Fire finish. What a finish.
But people need to understand where that play started. It started with the defender doing a great block. And then I mean, there's really not much you could blame Madrid there. It was just uh, it was like a fast play on both ends, and he ended up being a goal. And Pedri shot pretty good.
I have one small detail I do want to mention though for the defending of Madrid.
Yeah,
It might show on the replay,
yeah. Let's see.
but
Let's see.
damn, what an interception or what do you call that by
Yeah,
the defender?
yeah. By
That was
Kurbas,
a through ball right there.
it was definitely was.
He read that well.
Mm-hmm. I mean, everything could have happened. Let's say Bellingham would have give it a little bit up instead of down. It could also been a goal, but he did the best, which it was give it low, so he could give the advantage to Beanie, and then the defender read it pretty well.
It was just good defending. And this guy is a young defender from La Masia.
And he's playing like Harry Maguire already. No, I'm kidding.
Pedri, la puso en el ángulo. Mamma mía, dice.
Oh, I was gonna mention that too. Pedri is the one who gives the long pass, long ball, and then Yamad returns it back to him, and then he's the one
Dani
that
Olmo,
scores.
no lo pueden creer. Otra jugada fantástica de Yamal. Otra asistencia del joven de 17 años. Y es Pedri, sí, que la manda a guardar sus.
But why is there three defenders right
Okay,
there on
right there.
Jamal?
That was what I wanted to talk about. There's three defenders, or right now there was two, which is Garcia and Chouameni. And for some reason, Valverde was coming back and tried to support right there, which is basically three. That's not needed. And this player right here is trying to cover Almo, but then no one's covering the deep run from Pedri.
Exactly.
That's
Like if it was me and I see Valverde coming and I'm Chouameni, I would let Fran Garcia and Valverde worry, and I would come back to the middle and watch the person coming in.
Yeah,
Like,
or even Valverde's got to be more aware and look behind him, like who's coming.
and you're right. That's technically the mid how to say the midfielder that's defending. Technically, they're the ones watching the people coming in.
Segundo gol contra el Real Madrid en 11 partidos. Una maravilla, campeón. 1-0.
Hay una cosa que hay que tener en claro.
Right there.
En el
Poor guy's
Barcelona,
getting
las
two
ocasiones
Barca players.
más claritas
He was
han
wide
venido
open.
por la
And when you do 3 players in the box around 1 player, you also have a lot of open space for whoever's coming in. Basically, a clear shot to the goal. Like there's not enough obstruction in his vision.
parte
That
derecha
left
donde
him
está
so
Yamal.
wide open, so much time.
Se vuelve a equivocar. Le entrega el balón. Ahora para Rafinha. Rafinha de zurda.
Así no.
Is he
Así
playing
no,
well?
ni por ahí tampoco.
Ahora toca y va por afuera. Vinicius. La tiene el brasilero. Vinicius con la pelota. Mete el centro. En el rebote la tiene Ceballos. A ver si se anima. Uy, le metió la pelota entre los pies. Viene y gol. Hay posición adelantada. Y se veía, Posición adelantada.
No por
me
mucho,
encantaría verla de nuevo.
No por mucho,
Me encantaría verla de nuevo.
Está bastante apretada la jugada. A ver.
Yeah, because he could have passed it to Vasquez. Vasquez would probably go in front of Bellingham and then center it.
And look, there's Bellingham and Rodrigo right there.
Mm-hmm.
So Vasquez would have been in a better position for the pass.
Yeah.
Acá el rechazo. Sí.
No, Ferran, otro Lewandowski.
Acá con el
¡Gol!
córner.
¡Uy, el palo!
La pelota pegó en el palo. En el rebote. Allí estaba Rafinha. Cuánta confusión en la defensa.
Al equipo de Carlo Ancelotti quitando un centrocampista. Hay una
Here he comes.
necesidad evidente de
That
generar
turtle.
más arriba del Real Madrid.
The rest were saying not the rest, the commentators were saying that Rodrigo didn't do a good game and he hasn't been doing it for a while, which is true, but he also hasn't been a starter. So, he hasn't built his momentum that he had last season.
Y Carleto le dijo, hasta aquí.
Pero tampoco había llegado tanto en Madrid, ni había tenido tanto la pelota. Es decir, que no era el más
And you can't really blame Rodrigo in the first half when Barca had all the possession.
malo de todos.
Bueno,
Por más que no haya tocado la pelota.
está por arrancar el segundo tiempo y vamos a ver al Real Madrid. Y así es la segunda parte de esta final de la Copa del Rey. 45 minutos para ver si el Barça se queda con la Copa o si el Real Madrid lo puede dar vuelta. Acá hay una pelota dividida, Cubarsí de cabeza que sale jugando con Pedri. ¡Epa! La pisó y pasa
Bien
de largo
Pedri, man.
Tchouaméni. Martínez. Allí con Gerard,
cuidado.
la pelota para Ferran Torres. Llegó justito, Ferran Torres insiste, está habilitado. El que la tiene Rafinha,
No.
mete el centro, cruza el área. De lado a lado. Ahí está Yamal, encara Yamal, se animó de zurda, un tirito que controla sin problema Courtois. Primer tiro al arco, pelota para
Fran García
Rafinha.
versus
Rafinha se
Yamal.
animó, el zurdazo fuerte directamente hacia donde estaba Courtois.
Quiso sorprender, creo, porque estaba en muy buena posición. Fuera del área, remate seco, fuerte, pero está Courtois, no estoy yo ahí al narco.
Acá dice que hay infracción de Bellingham. Ojo,
Se suman también Brahim y Arda Güler al calentamiento del Madrid al lado de
The
Luka
life out,
Modric.
Pelota para Dani Olmo.
Let's see.
Pedri. Va Pedri de derecha. Desviado por arriba. Otra oportunidad para el Barça.
Madrid got lucky. Lewandowski didn't want to play. No.
El saque de meta, lo veíamos a Lewandowski. ¿Lo están extrañando tanto a Lewandowski hoy o...?
Lo que pasa que Ferran es diferente a Lewandowski. Es goleador, no lo vamos a negar. Pero tiene que entrar en el momento oportuno. ¿Me dejan mandar un saludito?
Sí, señor.
A Pablito, que también es hincha del Madrid. Pero bueno, todavía tiene mucho tiempo por delante
Sí, señor.
el Madrid, pero lo está sufriendo. ¿Qué le vamos a hacer? Pablito, un fuerte abrazo.
Muy bien.
Clean.
Go Bellingham.
Acá con la pelota
Oh.
va Bellingham. Se la entrega a Vinicius.
I was gonna
Vinicius,
comment
Vinicius,
something
Vinicius,
to
derecha.
this
¡Ah, Chesney! Otra vez Vinicius, Chesney de nuevo.
Come on.
Chesney de nuevo cuando Mbappé le pide al público del Real Madrid que sea otra gran jugada y otro gran pase de
Yeah, what's
Bellingham.
a pass it right
Fíjate
after
que
this.
necesita muy poquito el Madrid para poner en apuro al Barcelona.
Come on.
All right, that's the play I wanted to talk. And I could be wrong, but I think it was after this chance right here, the 50th minute, where Madrid really stepped it up and really went into the game. But I also do think he could score this because Bellingham already gave him the perfect pass. All he had to do was outrun the defender forward, but he gave the defender even more space and or more time to get back and cover because he let the ball run or he himself dribbled it a little bit more to the right, going outwards. And I think that instead of helping him set up the shot, helped the defender actually more time to catch up.
Fíjate que necesita muy poquito el Madrid para
Yeah,
poner
right
en apuro al
there.
Barcelona.
Look,
Fíjate que necesita
Shoot.
muy poquito el
nope, I'm gonna go out.
Madrid para poner en apuro al Barcelona. 2 tiros en 10 segundos.
Bellingham.
Bellingham did the hard work. He took some players, probably 1 or 2, and he gave a nice through ball. Why would you take it out wide?
No.
If I was Bellingham, I would be so pissed. Because he even did the dirty work. He
Yeah,
went in for the slide tackle. He won the ball, dribbled past players, and what happens? And the
Así
man
Mbappé.
is spending a bunch of energy. For what?
you know, if he would have shot right away and missed, or the goalie would have blocked it, like that's fine. But him actually making it harder.
Or at least take the touch in front of you.
Yeah,
Like, give you a better angle, a better chance of scoring.
yeah.
You're like taking it wide. Ah,
When the goal was right in front of you.
De cabeza para Bellingham, para Mbappé, y sí,
Oh,
y
la
se viene
turtle.
Mbappé, y la tiene Mbappé, y está en el área, y puede ser el empate, engancha, a ver si le da el arco,
Zidane.
Mbappé otra vez por afuera de zurdo, Mbappé, Chesney, en el rebote, el último en tocarla fue el francés, exacto, uy, qué fuerte ese
What
choque, los
happened
dos
there?
tendidos, y ojo con esta, la tiene Mbappé que se resbala y sigue, Mbappé por adentro, por afuera, el toque, ahí está Vinicius, qué jugada se mandó, el doble amague, ahí está, están pidiendo falta, están pidiendo mano, están pidiendo...
What do you think of this one?
¿Cómo está el ambiente?
I hate that they don't do replays a lot. Probably because it's a long highlight video, but what do you think of that one? Do you think he should have shot right away, or do you think what he did was good?
I think what he did was good because he faked a couple players out and he gave himself more time.
That's true.
But he took it a little way too wide.
Yeah. I just think he's like afraid to shoot with his weaker foot in this case also, because look, right there.
Vinicius, qué jugada se mandó, el doble amague, ahí está.
But I also can criticize it because I don't know if I could have done better. I really don't see if there could have been something better other than maybe see if there's a better pass behind him, but it's too fast to even
Pidiendo
think of
falta,
that.
están pidiendo mano, están pidiendo... ¿Cómo está el ambiente, Martín?
Y ahora
Bellingham
la gente
again?
del Barça es la que está.
You want it?
Ojo, ojo. Acá viene el zurdazo, Tito.
Otra falla de Gerard. Otra falla de Gerard y van varias. Tirala para adelante, no la tiré para el medio que te estás equivocando.
Pedri. Se la saca Vinicius.
No,
Vinicius la
Modric.
pegó. Se anima el Real Madrid, está cada vez mejor, está cada vez más cerca, le pide más al público y no es para menos. Qué bien le pegó Marito, eso también lo había Fermín López
What is he
tirado.
pumping up the crowd for? Him making bad plays?
Oh, it didn't show the play here where they foul Mbappe. People say it was a red card. I do think it could have been a red card, but he wasn't fully clear of the entire line. I think we just know ourselves that because he's really fast, he would have cleared them. But before the foul, I don't think he had cleared them yet. But I don't know. That's just my thought. I could be wrong. I could be right. I don't know.
Chesney en el medio del arco. También está Luka Modric, también está Arda Güler. Ahí va Mbappé, para el gol. ¡Gol!
He almost hurt himself.
¡Real Madrid! Mbappé de tiro libre. La pelota que pega en el palo y entra. Era mejor el Real Madrid. Lo merece. Partidazo. Final de la Copa.
Since people like to be critical and people were saying the Declan Rice free kicks were not good, let me criticize this one a little bit.
Madrid. Mbappé de tiro libre. La pelota que pega en el palo y
Pedri, you had it, boy. All you had to do was jump instead of going sideways.
entra. Era mejor el Real Madrid. Lo merece.
Look at
Partidazo. Final de la Copa del Rey, minuto 70. 1-1 campeón.
Ahora fíjate que el tiro libre, toda la culpa de Cherney, porque va al palo de él. Se preocupa más por el palo de la barrera que por el palo que tiene que defender.
The commentators are saying it was Sechnik's fault because he was focusing on the other side instead of his own post. But I'm just like, it hit the pole, bro. He went in. And what if he would have focused here and would have shot over there? Then people would have been like, oh, he should. It was just a great shot.
Actually, go back. Let me check his positioning. Was he standing where the wall was?
I think so. I think he was. Oh,
no, it's not bad. I don't think it's his fault.
no, I mean it's almost like a penalty, but you have a wall, right?
Yeah.
And also it's like a really fast or hard shot, like a power shot.
Yeah, I don't think there's blocking that because it hit the post and in. There's no getting that.
This is like one of the few times that maybe in the past goalie might have blocked it, but that's like one in a million times or whatever. But yeah, there's no blocking that. Unless, like I said, Pedri would have jumped a little more to the left, then he could have gotten it.
Entra, era mejor el Real Madrid, lo merece. Partidazo, final de la Copa del Rey, minuto 70. 1-1 campeón.
Ahora fíjate que el tiro libre, toda la culpa de Cherney, porque va al palo de él. Se preocupa más por el palo de la barrera que por el palo que tiene que defender. Fuerte el disparo de Mbappé, pegadita al palo no, pega en el palo y entra. Se lo merecía el Madrid porque había entrado mejor en el segundo tiempo.
Y el festejo de Kylian, que hablábamos hoy con la gente, vino para partidos como estos.
Estaba en el primer tiempo dominado completamente, dio vuelta la bola.
Acá viene con el centro, el cabezazo, gol. Gol, 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 gol.
¡2-1, 2-1!
De Real Madrid, de cabeza, Tchouaméni solito, la manda a guardar. El Real Madrid lo da vuelta. Sí, Real Madrid 2, Barcelona 1. 13 minutos para que termine el partido. Fantástico el cabezazo. Un jugador que casi no la había tocado a lo largo de todo el encuentro. La manda a guardar. Marito, 2-1 Real Madrid.
2-1, pero con un Madrid furioso que entró en el segundo tiempo. Desde el minuto 0 del segundo tiempo empezó a querer empatar el partido. Lo consiguió. Y ahora de cabeza Tchouaméni, solo, fíjate, por arriba de Koundé, gana en las alturas, nada que hacer para el arquero. Y el Madrid, ante la sorpresa de todo lo que están en Sevilla y todo lo que estamos viendo el partido, aunque era mejor en el segundo tiempo, pasa a ganarlo.
The only thing I'll say is, I think this season Madrid needs to understand, do not hit the calma That has never ended well in a match for you against Barca this season. But hey, at this point, they did deserve to at least be 1-1, but to also go up because they were all over Barca, pretty aggressive in the second half.
Una
I don't
carrera
even think Barca had any chances yet, and it's almost like the 78 minute or something.
de los suplentes, se juntan con los titulares en el córner, se funden todos en un abrazo como
Pero con 2 goles.
Rafinha con el balón. En la marca Modric. Ahí está Pedri. Pedri, ¿qué hace? Por afuera. La tiene Yamal. Engancha.
Golazo.
¡Es un golazo! Courtois que la manda al córner.
Aparece, ¿eh?
Aparece Courtois.
Wait, are
Aparece
these guys
Yamal.
Barca and Yamal fans?
I have no idea.
When he shot it, they were already expecting goal.
Oh no, this commentators do that a lot. Even in
Oh.
some of Madrid shots, they were already saying goal before, even though it wasn't a goal. They say goal a lot. Even in Mbappe's free kick, if I were to go back, they said goal before it went in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it was just them hyping it up.
Yeah.
Séptimo para el Barça.
Decir que estaba.
Saca Asensio. La pelota la tiene Fermín López y ahora Yamal. Insiste Yamal, mete el pelotazo,
Ay,
cuidado con esta, quedó mal parado, ahí está Ferran,
Gol.
Ferran, gol. ¡Gol! Del Barcelona, apareció Ferran Torres, apareció el goleador, por
Looking at
fin
that, I feel
la manda
so
a
bad for
guardar,
Bellingham.
un pase fantástico,
He's
la salida
exhausted.
desesperada de Courtois.
Well, what I was gonna say is this: did anyone know what really happened here? Because or to Rudiger, was he injured or was he just tired? Because I know, I can't criticize him too much in this game because they've been pretty. All the players in every club's been exhausted almost. But I know if he was like in a regular match where he's not tired, I'm 100% sure Rudiger would have bodied him out to do a foul, or he would have slide right away and block the shot. Because the shot was pretty, it was not super fast where the defender could still run and slide. And usually that's a defensive instinct right away.
El
And
dolor
watch here.
de la rodilla de Rudiger que no lo deja llegar a ese balón y la manda
Look.
al fondo de la red. Sexto de esta temporada en Copa del Rey. 2-2. Qué partidazo, Marito.
Increíble.
Qué partidazo, Mario.
No había tenido ni una
I
oportunidad
see.
en todo el partido. Bueno, en lo que llevamos el partido. Esta vez Rudiger, que creo que está muy dolorido.
I hear from the commentator that Rudiger's knee was hurting, so maybe he slide, he would have ended his career or something. Maybe that's why he chose not to slide. He was in too much pain.
So before this play, I saw that he went to the side and he had I think his right or left leg wrapped. And from that clip or from that part of the game, you could see like his other leg was already heavily wrapped. So I think he must have been like playing through it or something, playing hurt.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
So-
it's not good when it's a defender.
Yeah. Like one, I don't think Courtois should have came out
That's true.
that far out.
That's true.
Because one touch and Courtois out of the game. Just like this example.
Yep, you're right.
Just let Rudiger try to handle it as much as he can. And if he can't, then you try to stay back and go and block it.
Yeah.
But in this case, one touch, boom, Rudiger and Courtois out of the game.
And even when I saw this, I didn't see any potential danger in it. And I also think, like you said, he came out too fast. The even looked too easy for Ferran Torres, if that makes sense. And I think it was both the way Courtois came out, and I guess Rudiger being injured is almost like an easy target or a weaker opponent to take on or whatever.
And if anything, right here, one of them try to bump into him or throw him off or something, or just hit him for the foul. I'm not saying hurt him, but
Well,
you
and
gotta do what you gotta do.
I honestly thought Rudiger was gonna drop him here, but um, he instead chose to go
No
and
llega
cover
a
the ball.
cortar. Courtois creo que se apura en la salida porque realmente estaba ahí cerquita. Rudiger la toca Ferran.
But
Lo
either
deja
way,
los dos
if
tirados.
any of them hit him,
Y
it's a
bueno,
red
y
card.
no tapa la.
Well, Rudiger might have a yellow by then, right? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Courtois shouldn't have hit him, but I think and hear me out. Rudiger should have dropped him. Yeah, he's probably gonna get a second yellow or just a straight red card. There's a lot of good chances that Madrid plays better when they just defending with 10 players and they're no longer attacking for 10 minutes. And usually when Barca's under pressure also they tend not to do well at the end of matches. And we've seen this in a lot of other matches because it was already the 84th minute. So will you really play too much by dropping him when it's too with there's no guarantee that they're gonna score the free kick either or that they gonna have enough time to score the 2-2, right? That's just me. But you know, Barca also had a lot of hunger at the end, so maybe it would have been really bad if they were tied it and then Margeritas with 10 players in overtime also, so that could have been in consideration maybe.
La boca
And to
todo.
add
Cuando estaba.
to add more to what you just said, just hit him, take him out. Okay, you're gonna get a red card, but like you said, they're not guaranteed a goal. They might not score. It's the end of the game. It's the end of the game. The pressure's on Barca, and like you might still have a chance of winning.
Exactly.
But if you don't take him out, that's basically a guaranteed goal right there.
Yep.
Don't just hit it past you guys and slide it in.
And the only other thing I'll say is like, or maybe, you know, there's a lot of maybes in this case. Maybe he also thought Courtois had it. Because, you know, he trusted that he came out and that he was getting to the ball. Clearly he miscalculated that like 100%. And I would say, in fact, he gave more opportunity of a goal to Ferran Torres than what he had.
Pidiendo que lo sacaran. Hace el empate el Barça y. Bueno, yo dije que
And
estaba
up
más cerca
until
el
this
Madrid
point,
cuando
they didn't
mejor.
really have a chance.
No, like I said, into this goal, I mean, I guess the one Jamal shot before, 81st minute, they had no chance in the second half.
Estaba jugando el
In
Madrid.
other words,
Empate
Real Madrid was their own downfall right here.
And this is how they should have played against Arsenal.
el Barcelona.
Volvemos al
not
plan
like that,
inicial.
but before
Gavi
this.
y Araujo van a salir al terreno de juego. Locura en el
Al
banco.
que la saca es Asensio.
Epa.
Cubarsila que se mandó y acá se viene la contra y puede ser, y puede ser, son los últimos segundos de los 6 que agregó el árbitro. Cuidado con esta, viene el engancha. Ahí está Rafinha.
Uy, 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 penal,
penal.
Penal.
Penal para Barcelona. Sí.
El pie. Ahora lo tenemos ahí, mira. Ahí está.
No sé
Lo
qué
va a ir a
pasa.
revisar, lo va a ir a revisar.
Lo va a ir a revisar, claro. Están diciendo penal, pero no.
No, yo no he dicho penal.
I'm just gonna skip this bar because they're just gonna waste time looking at the bar.
No.
Están repitiendo la imagen de VAR.
Y es curioso porque dicen que es penal.
Mirá,
La última
por favor.
no fue.
porque no señala.
Quieren
They wasted too much time in bar. But anyways, definitely not a penalty. Rafinha left his leg. He tripped himself with his left leg. I think it was his left leg. He like hit the grass or something, like slided so he could fall. But we'll talk about the reffing at the end of the match.
But look at that. I think it was like the 95th minute until that came along.
Yeah.
So basically, right after the 84th minute, that goal, Barca didn't create any chances. So in other words, if Rudiger hit him, they could have potentially won.
Exactly my point, bro.
Vamos a ver cuánto más agrega ahora. Si no, vamos a la largue. Y después, si es necesario, penales. Qué bárbaro, qué final. 2-2. No se quejaron tanto los jugadores del Barça tampoco.
No, pero es que
Yo-
no
yo
fue
creo-
Got
penal.
Barca back in the game.
Creo que no fue penalti, ¿eh?
No fue penal.
And I could be wrong, but Madrid looked more tired than Barca after the 85th or 88th minute, whatever.
Se tira antes
Se
de
terminó
tiempo.
el partido. O terminaron
I
los
think
90
second
minutos.
half,
Habrá 15
especially,
y
they gave
15.
it their all.
2-2.
Yeah.
Con un segundo tiempo fantástico, Marito.
Del Madrid.
Espectacular.
Which is
Para
what
las
you
dos próximas
expect,
temporadas,
right?
el Betis y las
It's what you expect to give your all. It's a final, give it your all, but you also get with the disadvantage that if the other team bounces back, you're gonna be exhausted, and I think that's kind of what happened with that second goal. And like we mentioned, just drop them.
dos siguientes el Sevilla.
Bueno, perfecto. Podían haber esperado un mes más. O 2 meses más.
Recupera Martínez. Viene el pase, el toque para Fermín López. Rafinha con la pelota. El toque para Ferran. Ferran es Se quedaba parado Courtois.
See, this is what I mean. What I think Madrid was already playing with the player less, just because I think it was too easy to juke Rudiger at this point. Like in this case, any other defender would get the ball or not let Ferran Torres go through. And again, I can't blame him for him wanting to play more, but I think the correct decision long time ago would have been to sub him out, especially after the 80th minute or whatever.
No reaccionaba el belga. Seguimos 2-2.
Para que Rudiger no llegue a esa pelota.
He also played Varane onside
That's true.
because he was way back.
Yeah.
Florido, ¿eh?
Está mal, Mario.
La puede sacar Yamal. Acá viene el toque hacia atrás. ¿Qué
Terminó.
pasa? El árbitro dice que termina. Se calentó Modri. Le dice, ¿qué te pasa? Seguimos 2-2, Marito.
Ahora todo protesta, pero realmente hemos visto 15 minutos donde los jugadores están.
Jamal looks exhausted.
Yeah, but you see what Raheem Diaz did to him right there? He's like, I'll let you guys win. Look right here.
Protesta, pero realmente hemos visto 15 minutos donde
I
los
got you,
jugadores
bro.
están.
Y bueno,
Y
y
bueno.
arranca entonces los segundos 15.
It was rigged. No, I'm kidding.
Habrá penales. Habrá drama. En los próximos 15 minutos. Fermín López. Va Fermín López, la adelanta. Bellingham que le saca la
Bellingham
pelota. Mira
again.
que bien Bellingham. Lo bajaron. Sí, señores. Falta, tiro libre. Una infracción de Gavi.
Yeah, look at him.
Se queja Eri García. Acá con el toque Rudiger rengueando.
Oh, damn,
No
Rudiger
puede
looked
ni
bad.
moverse. El toque atrás para Courtois. Esto es dramático. Saca el arquero belga. En el pelotazo recupera Barça. Yamal de primera con Eric.
Courtois
Ahora
rather
mete un
hit
pase
it long than
precioso.
pass it to
¿Para
Rudiger.
quién? Para López.
No,
Acá viene el centro.
Está en offside.
Posición adelantada de Ferran
This was,
Torres.
this,
¿Es que no
this
se
was
da
like
cuenta?
so close to the one with Bellingham in
Posición
the
adelantada.
first half.
Mira,
En la mitad de la cancha, Eric García que gana. Va Bellingham.
Uy.
Fuerte fue Bellingham. Le de ventaja. Acá al derechazo.
Se cayó.
Resbala. Se resbala, le engancha mal y se va. De las inferiores del Giro.
But you see right there, it was another easy juke for Rudiger that could have ended them here too. I don't understand. I just don't understand. Did they not have any more changes? Why didn't they sub him out? Or was it because Ancelotti was listening to him that he didn't
Girona.
want to come out? I mean, that looks way too easy even to leave him
En la
behind.
mitad de la cancha Eric García que
Watch.
gana. Va Bellingham. Fuerte fue Bellingham.
Like, I got him.
Le de ventaja. Acá al derechazo.
Se cayó.
Resbala. Se resbala, le engancha mal y se va. De las inferiores del Girona.
Uy,
1,84 m. Cuidado con esta
Maestro
camina.
Modric.
Recupera Real
Uy, se la
Madrid.
robó.
Ay, cuidado, Cundé.
Gol.
Remate, gol. Gol.
Cundé.
Gol. ¡Gol! ¡De Barcelona! ¡El menos esperado! Cundé robó una pelota y la metió.
Barcelona. Bueno, así es el fútbol. Mira, ahí se equivoca Modric o es. No sé si es Ibrahim.
Luca. Te digo una cosa, un jugador como Luka Modric con toda la experiencia no puede
Sí,
meter un
no,
pase.
no. Por el medio. Era Ibrahim.
Qué buena definición, Mario.
Pero bueno, la
Ah,
definición
corner.
le pegó al arco. Porque para hacerle a Courtois goles, tiene que ir muy bien la pelota. Y la realidad es que la metió allá al lado del palo. ¿Cuántos cambios hubo en este
I mean, you could call this shot was a perfect shot. It had all the luck in the world. Whatever you want to call it, it was the perfect shot.
partido? 1-0 para el Barça, 2-1 para el Madrid.
No, un partidazo.
3-2 ahora
Un
para...
partidazo.
Es increíble.
Para recuerdo, Moy.
El futbolista
Alright,
charla.
now that... Oh, okay. That was it. Okay.
That goal, now that I see the play again, I mentioned to you in the chat that, oh, maybe it was on Modric, but this is totally on Brahim Diaz. What?
Yo.
One of the most drilled thing in soccer is to go to the ball. Go to the ball. Never wait for it.
Yeah.
Don't wait for it to come to you. And this is the case here. He just waited for it.
Well, and it's funny that you mentioned it because now that I'm watching it, at first I was like, that can't be Modric's fault. Now to me, it looks more like it was because and it's not the only thing I'll say is oh, hold on, let me go back to it. It's gonna be around here. Yeah.
Yeah, this will show you.
Just
This
couldn't
part will
quite
show
get
you a
enough on
lot.
it.
Yeah, it was a brilliant run
Modric
from him
passed
as well.
it to the middle, but
Watch.
then Brahim Diaz had all the time in the world. No one around him. Right there. Go grab it. Why are you
Yeah.
running away from the
Here comes
ball?
the replay.
Dude is running away from the ball.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say, I'll give a little criticism to Modric for passing it there because we talked about it many times in goals like this. You never pass it to the middle, but also he didn't have anyone else. There was no one else open. And
Yeah.
even if you look here, and the pass, and I would blame him too more, but it's not like the pass was a bad pass.
Yeah.
It's not like the greatest pass, but it was a good pass. What happened here was Brahim Diaz did not look who's coming, and he just let it run, and he was like, "Oh." One of the first things they teach you in football as you're coming out is always look forward, right? Look at who's in front of you, and he didn't even look. And then when he realized Kunde's coming at full speed, it's too late.
Kunde coming, he has momentum. So he'll be faster to the ball than you when you're going back than going forward. So one, like you said, scan your area again. Kind of like the first goal. They didn't scan well. And two, go to the ball. I can't say it enough. Run to the ball, run to the ball, run to the ball. Don't wait
especially
for it.
especially at this moment in time, and it's in a final. Like in a final, is if they score on you, it's basically done. It's like you can't go back to this. It's not like, oh, it's a La Liga game, we could catch up on points, they could also lose. No, this is like it's over here. and then uh like you said, it catched everyone off guard. Imagine well, he did that. Kunde wins the ball. No one expects that Modric is gonna give a better
Wow.
pass. Not even his own teammates, which it wasn't him, it was Brahim. So everyone is already at disadvantage. Because look, there's only three defenders there. Even if he would pass it to Jamal, to Fermin, and
E-
then everyone is tired.
Even in this frame right here, you could see Modric like, what the heck, bro?
Yep.
Like, look at his arms. Like, I can't even blame Modric because that was not a bad pass.
No, it
That
wasn't.
pass was on. It was just Brahim's mistake.
Well, and if you in and he will go back at it again. Well, here comes the pass by Modric. Look, look, look. He does a little fake, another one, and then it's like he did the stop twice, but the second time it was too late to go back.
And look at this frame here. Modric was like, bro, what the hell? And then Brahim Diaz was like,
It
what
was
kind of
you,
pass was
bro.
that? Look at them.
See, look at Modric here. Like, come to the ball. Look, he said, "I gave it to you." Watch his hand gestures here. Watch. See, he went, "Come to the ball." You let it run when you're attacking. When you're defending, you never let the ball come to you. All right. So, what do you think of the whole El Clásico or the final de Copa del Rey?
I think I think it was a bad game from the ref. He didn't show it, but the one Rudiger swept, I think Ferran Torres Ferran Torres' leg
Yeah.
or foot. He kind of squeezed it so that it made him fall,
Yeah, I
which I
didn't.
would say is a penalty.
See, I didn't watch the full game. I watched probably the last 10 minutes of the second half and then a little bit of the overtime. But I heard that there was uh three penalties or two penalties that were not called, that Tchouaméni should have had a red card, that the Young should also have a red card. So when there's so many decisions um like that, I think it just I think at this point it's just like the best team won because there was bad decisions called both sides. But I think it looks more bad on Madrid just because before the match they were complaining about the refs. So I think I feel like Madrid saying that before the match, it almost kind of like it's almost like if they lose, it was like people were like they deserve to lose, if that makes sense. Something like they put the nail in their coffin for their own grave in this match because they already came with the idea or mentality that they were gonna be against them. I don't know if that makes sense, but you should never come to a match like that.
And I was complaining almost all game long about Vinny Jr.'s performance. It was absolutely terrible. I was watching the game and I was getting so pissed because every attack Madrid would have, it would be ruined by Vinny in
Mm.
one way or another. A bad pass, he can't juke Kunde. He tried to kick the ball long
Mhm.
and try to beat Kunde on a sprint. Couldn't do it. Basically, all game long, Kunde pocketed Vinny. He scored the game winner. So I think he had like one heck of a performance. But Vinny was giving the ball away. He was losing the ball. He was a liability in attack.
I was gonna say, can we blame Mbappe for joining Madrid? Because it looked like Madrid was winning everything. Mbappe joins and they're losing everything. And then also, you know, he luckily Mbappe's been scoring in every El Clásico. which is good for his stats, but he hasn't won against Barcelona. Or maybe he won once, or it was a tie, I can remember. I don't think he's won against Barcelona at Real Madrid. If I'm wrong, someone correct me in the comments. But he did the equalizer, which is good. After he did the equalizer, I didn't really see anything from Mbappe.
Mbappe, on the other hand, he got benched. And when he came in, he looked like a whole new guy. Like rejuvenated, hungry. He was fighting for the ball. He was making plays. He actually looked like he wanted it.
Yeah,
And I was like, oh, is this what he needed? Like
to
he
be
needed
benched.
to be benched. Like we have been saying on this channel that Vinny or Mbappe or both should be benched for underperforming or being lazy and whatnot. And he got benched, and he looked like he turned a new page. And then after a while, he went back to his old ways. He was quiet. He wasn't doing much. It was like I spoke too soon.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, he kind of brought Madrid back when he came in, scored the banger, but after that, he just disappeared from the match. And then, uh, aside from that, I do want to mention two things here that I think people are, because we've been talking about like me and Jamal. People have been talking about him giving two assists in a final as a 17-year-old and playing a great performance. And also check our video where we criticize him for missing easy chances. But I think we need to give props to Arda Güler. He played what, probably 90 minutes, or when did he get taken out? He played a pretty good portion of the game. He gave them the win against Getafe to keep them alive in the league, in the La Liga. He gave the assist to Tchouaméni to basically go up in the scoreboard against Barcelona. And he's also a youngster from Madrid. And I think because they lost, no one's talking about Arda Güler.
And Endrick comes on for a few minutes
He's
towards the
offsides.
end. He couldn't do much. He had the freshest legs on the field. Also, Mbappe came on at halftime, so he should be pretty fresh. And none of them did anything.
Yeah. Like I said, this game, I think, I don't know if people believe like in, the bad energy or anything you put out there, but I think Madrid already did that before even the final started. They did play their best football probably that I've seen in the second half this whole season, but they should have kept that up throughout the whole season and not just in the second half. If they would have come with the same hunger in the overtime, I think honestly Tom Madrid was gonna win it in overtime. But like we said, after the 85 minute, it looked like Madrid was exhausted and tired. It just looked like Barcelona was better conditioned and had more how to say, more stamina to continue the longer match.
And I talk about one side's player. I also want to talk about Rafinha. He was quiet almost all game long. And this is the guy who is having one hell of a season for Barca, Ballon d'Or contender potentially. But what does he do in one of the biggest matches of the season? He goes.
Well, and if I'm correct, he had three easy chances, which, you could miss one or two, you could miss two, but at least score one. Because if I'm correct, they didn't show him the highlights, but there were times where Barca could have ended it, and it was when Rafinha had clear chances, and he was just off his game for whatever reason.
In other words, what I'm trying to say is that the top players in the world currently, Rafinha, Mbappe, Vinny, all did not show up in this game.
Yep. It's because probably Rafinha is more of a La Liga Champions League guy. Ferran Torres is more of a Copa del Rey. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, they have their own things.
But anyways, I mean, it was a classical. It was a great match, entertaining, bad refereeing, but it was still a great performance. It gave viewers entertainment. And let us know who's gonna win the next match. They're still playing one more time in May.